3, 2, 1, action!
It's got to be bad.
I am ridiculously excited to be back. It's a big family. It's a big, like, clubhouse of kids.
All of us here together again. It's so surreal.
Beautiful!
It feels great coming back.
I'm so excited.
It's so exciting to be back.
Coming back to play Jay feels great, like it really does.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
This is my crib.
D3 is something that I've always hoped would happen, and now that we're here, it's sort of, you know, it just feels right.
So when I say V, you say K. V, K, V, K.
We're in rehearsals at the moment. We're still doing just dance rehearsals and blocking, trying to make sure everyone's in the right place, they don't run into each other and fall over.
The rehearsal process and song record process, they're insane because they kind of happen simultaneously. It's really physically taxing, but it also gets you in shape for doing the marathon that is a Descendants movie.
It's really fun to be working in the rehearsal room, doing the dancing, doing the choreography, kind of getting that energy, and then going into the recording studio to do it.
Today we were in the studio doing Rotten to the Core, a new edition of it, a take on the first one, but with more characters and a lot of fun.
I'm rotten to the core. Who could ask for more? I'm nothing like the kid next door. I'm rotten to the core. I'm rotten to the core.
That was like perfect. Can I get a boom shakalaka? Yeah, boom shakalaka like a boom shakalaka like a pow pow pow.
Hey, 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 hey.
Night Falls is going to be amazing. It's going to be epic. It's going to be that big number in the film that everyone's going to talk about.
We have a new choreographer named Jamal, and he is so good. The stuff that he's brought, you know, the energy that he's brought has been amazing.
We're all doing at least 10 hours a day of dance rehearsal. It's a lot of fun, but it's very, very busy.
We have to work with a bunch of stunt guys, and we have to choreograph the dance with the sword movements, which is a lot of moving parts.
The pressure that is there, and the kind of individual that it takes to be able to stand up to that pressure is enormous.
We just slowly build in little pieces, and it eventually, over 4 weeks, just morphs into this beautiful production number. So that's my favorite thing to watch, is just the process of it all.
As hard as we work, that's like fun time. We get to be creative, and Kenny creates such a safe environment for us to mess up, to try new things, to have that be sort of the experimental time. That's probably my favorite part, when you see everything coming together. It's before everything's on wheels, when it feels very alive.
The fact that this is a job is pretty unbelievable. We get to sing and dance and make a Disney movie. It's really a fun job.
Well, I cannot wait now. Now I want to start.
I'm ready to go back to rehearsal.
3, 2, 1, action!
It's got to be bad.
We are on set the first day of shooting for Descendants 3, and we are starting with a bang. We are shooting Night Falls.
Knights, I will give you a 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
We are in a museum full of knights. All of the knights come to life, and we have to battle them.
We're battling knights, we're dancing, the knights are dancing, we're sword fighting. It was crazy and amazing all at the same time.
Okay, here we go.
Because each character has a different style of fighting. The choreography has to be very, very in tight. You know, you train for 2 months to shoot a scene that takes 2 days. So it's really cool when it all comes together.
It's day 2, and it just feels good to be with everybody. The core 4 together. That's what's really fun about today, is that the 4 of us are doing the scene together, and it's really nice.
Need it, want it, love it. Oh yes, boo-boo.
So being the 4 of us together, we're in our costumes and our blue hair, in the Isle of the Lost, it's like home.
We are on the Dr. Facilier set, which is Celia's dad, one of our new little VKs that we're bringing along with us to Oregon. It was sort of like a nice little core 4 moment.
You make sure you get your cut.
Make sure you get your cut.
Dr. Facilier's set is absolutely amazing. When I walked on, I was like, this is my spot. It was crazy.
We're gonna go to set right now.
Bye.
See you later.
Anybody wanna be like us? Everybody wanna be like us.
Welcome to the Isle of the Lost. We are shooting our opening number, and it's a very exciting day.
The opening is one of my favorites. It is good to be bad. Each character has their own vignette.
It really is the epitome of who the villain kids are in the opening of Descendants 3. We're back on the aisle in all our glory.
Yeah, the dance moves from this one are really crazy. It's a lot of shapes and it's a lot of levels and it's very smooth and it's very funky.
We got some crazy stuff happening, just how the aisle should be, real gross and grimy.
We've shot this thing over like 7 days, so we can't even like envision how it's gonna look, so we're really excited.
Remember that.
Carlos is looking down here, and I was looking up here, and now.
It's a really incredible shoot. We're pulling off a really huge movie, so we're here day in and day out for hours and hours on end. I think it's our favorite place to be. It's my favorite place to be in the world is to be on set. I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's a little bit surreal. It's all sort of coming together, and it's crazy that it's just going to happen, and then it's going to be a movie.
This cast really, really turns it out, spills it every single time the music is turned on, and it makes it real easy for me to open my eyes every morning and get excited to come to work. Three, two, one, action.
It's got to be. Check it out! Oh my gosh, look at this! It's VK Day!
The villain kids, they're heroes now. These four were plucked off the aisle, brought into Oridon, and they did right.
I am so happy this day has finally arrived!
In the first film, they were kind of like bad with the intentions of hurting the good people. In the second film, they think maybe we're only good. And in the third film, it's like, no, you can be everything.
We are no longer ashamed of where we come from. We're back in their neighborhood, waking up the aisle and bringing the good news.
We're basically telling all the villain kids we all are gonna be able to get our chance now. So that's sort of where we start out. Come on.
I think that Mal's relationship is changing with everyone because Mal's relationship with herself is changing so immensely. Well, her relationship with Evie is the same. She's her best friend, but as well, she has to get some space from her. She has to get space from Jay and Carlos and basically become the person who she was meant to be.
For 16 years, I had nothing.
Since you last saw Jay, he really, I think, has found his place and found his meaning of what he wants to do and who he is as a person. He's becoming a man.
Being Carlos again is a fun time. He's sort of a guy that you really root for. He's a likable kid, and, you know, being a likable kid is fun.
One of my favorite parts about Evie is her generosity and how big her heart is now. Everything she does is kind of guided by that, and you really get to see that in D3.
Here they come. Mal and Ben are madly in love. And yeah, you propose. You get all lovey-dovey.
Yeah, I do.
There's a real vulnerability to Ben, which allows the room and the space for Mal to be awe-inspiring. Mal's a dragon. She has to have somebody who's very soft, sweet, and sensitive, and that's what Ben is for her.
Down on my knees. Carlos and Jane are just the youngest couple, and it's so evident. They're still sort of infatuated with each other in like a very youthful, innocent way. And it's awesome because Mal and Ben have this sort of sophisticated relationship, and Carlos is still like stressing about Jane's birthday, like, oh, I hope I get her something good for her birthday. So it's a fun relationship, and you definitely root for them. It's fine. You know what? I can remake it. It's cool. It's fine.
So as we know, Evie and Doug have been very close since the first movie, but you know, they're in that moment in a relationship where you don't know if the other person loves you. Like, does he love me? Does he love me not? You really see her become the teenager that she is and have the breakdown that we all have when we're in love for the first time. What would I do without you?
It's something nice about revisiting a character that you've played once before. I know more about him, and I feel like I know more about him, and the character's become even more like myself.
I'm really excited to sort of give him that growth that people have been wanting to see, and he's very sort of innocent and pure, and he has really good qualities about him. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
As an actor portraying a character, I've always felt I had a really good handle on Mal. She's probably my favorite character that I've ever played. So it's incredible to be able to come back and show them where Mal goes next. Feels wonderful. Feels like a great privilege.
My mom always says that friends are the family that we choose. And I think that is exactly who the VKs are. In times of need or in times of crises, you always kind of see them come together.
You get so invested, you fall in love with these people, and you feel like you live in this world with them, and you want to, as an audience member, be let in on the rest of it. And I feel like the third one is really like a big step into the rest of it.
3, 2, 1. action.
It's got to be bad. From the north to the south.
We kind of have influences of early 90s dances and 2019 dances, so it was cool to do.
It's a new day. Freedom is coming. We wanted a song that was still grounded and rough and aisle-like, but we also wanted a song that said, we've grown, we've changed, and that we're bringing a new day now to the aisle.
You know, it's like these are street rats, and I think you can really see that in the choreography.
Jamal did such an amazing job making each of us feel very comfortable in the choreography, so whenever it comes to our individual moments in the song, they're very Evie or very Mal or very Jay and very Carlos.
It never takes place in one place. It's all over the aisle, right? We start in different locations. So it's a puzzle, and we just have to put it together perfectly.
Give me some fun action here.
It's basically about all of the VKs rounding up the aisle and all the children hoping to go to Oregon. And they're waving their applications in the air. And we're picking out these people to basically have a new start.
It brings an enlightened feeling. It's good to be bad. Now we're accepting it and we're in on it, and it's awesome.
We've never had anything like it before on the soundtrack or in any of the movies. It's just such an incredible song. It's so spectacular and so unique and so brilliant.
3, 2, 1, action.
It's got to be bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a picture wrap.
Just hearing those words is crazy, honestly. It's been 4 years now, and we've made lifelong friends. I feel very proud to be a part of this.
I don't know if it's hit any of us yet, honestly.
I just feel so honored and so grateful to have been a part of this family.
I couldn't really be more pleased with what we've accomplished. I've made a lot of great friends. So, yeah, it'll be a tough farewell. It really will.
There's been so many moments where it's been like, wow, this is pretty incredible. For me, rehearsals, you know, those moments are always when I think like, wow, we're doing this again, and look what we're about to do.
It's a total whirlwind, like, dude, the work and the play and the whole thing from auditioning 3 years ago to this, it's wild. What a journey.
This is just magical, you know what I'm saying?
I know with my first pro gig, so I got to learn how to be on a film set with these guys. They'll be friends for life, you know?
This franchise is very, very special. Being welcomed into that fold like I was is wonderful. And I've had so much fun, and I can't wait to see it.
It wasn't enough to just say, let's make a bigger movie. It was about, let's make a great movie. One that is really going to serve up the fan expectations and more. And we hope we have.
There's just something about the magic of Kenny Ortega. He just kind of has this magic wand that makes everything so beautiful and so grand and epic in his ways.
Kenny's phenomenal. Kenny is the best director I've worked with yet. He's got such a passionate idea and such a fun vision. It's always exciting to work with him.
Kenny is a legend to me. It's crazy that I'm working with him. He always has the answer, and he's always trying to help you.
So 5 years ago, we each walked into an audition room and met the man that, little did we know, would turn our world upside down. You have taken us on the journey of a lifetime, and every moment and every memory has been a thing of magic.
They're my partners. We work together. Their voices are as important as my voice. And so over these 3 movies, what I've seen is that they have deepened as thespians, as actors, and they have become more remarkable as human beings. I love each and every one of them.
Disney Channel and Kenny Ortega, over these last 5 years, they've created a world that if I was a fan, I would imagine I could just go visit.
We've all just created such a family bond, and I'm really gonna miss it once we leave here.
What I hope for is that the ending of this movie will arrest your heart, that our fan base will feel that we delivered. And that's what I'm looking forward to, is did we nail it? Did we knock it out of the park?
Even though it might be a wrap on the movie, you know, we'll always be Evie, J, Mal, and Carlos. They'll always be in our hearts.
Hey guys, we're just coming for a revisit.
Everybody has shown a lot of love for Uma.
Hi, boys.
I'm really excited to come back and give them more. She's kind of coming back with a little bit of vengeance. Her entire mind is on getting the children off the aisle. She wants them to be free. Let's go. I learn a lot when I'm recording the songs, things that are supposed to be happening while we're singing. In the booth, you just have to picture that. You're like, picture I'm fighting with knights right now, and this is crazy.
You're a star, Dylan, you're a star. I'm a star. See that? Harry Hook's out there. Tom Doherty. It gives me the confidence I need to proceed. You know what I mean? One of the reasons why I've loved Gil so much is because his relationship to pretty much everyone has always been that of a golden retriever. He's just happy to be loved. His tail's always wagging. He's very loyal, you know, he's very loyal to Uma and the Pirate Gang, and he really does want the best for everyone, so it's a really fun character to play. These are free, right?
Ty is just a crazy guy. He's just a bit mad, very unpredictable, he's very confident, he's quite charming, but he's also a bit scary. You, my little duckling, are ravishing.
I think the journey of the pirates is just really honest for the circumstances they're in. I mean, they're stuck on an island, they're working with what they've got. They take it and run with it. Like a lot of things in their lives, take it and run with it.
It's Hades!
I am a god!
I am playing Hades, god of the underworld.
It's so much fun to be working with a new character. I love Cheyenne Jackson. He's obviously a huge Broadway veteran, and he is unbelievably talented.
He's trying to escape!
I don't belong here!
He has lived a big life and had a lot of amazing things happen to him, and now he is kind of relegated to this cave and to his small little life.
I used to be a god!
It's fun to play make-believe on these big giant sets and these great costumes and hair. Oh, please. It's gonna be good.
I'm Jamal Sims, I'm co-choreographer, and I also play Dr. Facilier. You know, this has always been a fantasy of mine to play somebody that was evil. It's so opposite of who I am.
You make sure you get your cut.
Hi, guys. They love me, you know.
The experience of Descendants 3 has been amazing. That energy on the set, that is the memory that you really cherish. For sure, there's a little emotion there, you know. You grow to love the people on the set, and you really grow together as a family.
This is a part of who I am now. Like, there's China, and then Uma's somewhere, and she'll always be in my heart.
That being said, the movie is timeless, you know. So once it's made, it's there forever, and there's something really cool about that. Yeah, it's never really done.
3, 2, 1, action.
It's got to be.
We left off D2 sort of understanding that we were gonna go back to the Isle and bring more villain kids to Oridon. So now we're there and we're basically telling all the villain kids we all are gonna be able to get our chance now.
Who wants to go? You? Yes, pick me now, pick me! My Dizzy. Descendants 3 is a really amazing story. There's lots of people like me and Jada, we all come over, like the new VKs.
Give it on up for Celia! I'm back.
It's kind of like a new generation all coming over to Oridon, just like how the Core 4 did in the first one.
Come on, Squeaky.
To me, it's the perfect example of where the VKs are in the beginning of the movie.
Get over here, Squirmy, come on!
They are embracing who they are, where they come from, and at the same time, they're giving back the chance that they were given.
We're going on! Dizzy is the daughter of Drizella, who's the evil stepsister of Cinderella. Dizzy's grandmother is Lady Tremaine. Evie and Dizzy are kind of like big sister, little sister relationship. They've both lived on the Isle together for as long as they can remember, obviously. And she always came to her salon. Like Evie always came and she thought of the little braids and everything. And they're like really close. I can't believe it. I get to live with you in your very own castle.
It's just a little starter castle.
This time, Dizzy's more part of the gang. This is her time that she's been waiting for so long. She finally gets to go live her dream in Oridon. Dizzy and Celia in Oridon.
Celia, the daughter of Dr. Facilier, is a new character, and I just gotta say, I love her.
Celia is from the South. She's outgoing. She wants to be like her dad, and she wants to make her dad proud.
Jada, who plays Celia, is awesome. We just had so much fun.
She's so feisty, she's so cool, she's pickpocketing everybody. Like, she's great, and I feel like Uma's a lot like her.
She's just mischievous. She wants her money, and she's all about business.
I'm kind of a major player, so.
All right, boys. Let's hit the road. You're gonna see him soon, okay?
We're playing twins. We are always timid because our dad was pretty timid with Captain Hook. We're like kind of excited to go to Oridon, but also really scared because we might not get to see our dad again.
Bring it in, buddy.
But yeah, we're just getting ready to film, just stretching out, dancing.
We have to do our dance.
I can't do it.
Boom, boom, elbow, elbow, lap, boom, shakalaka. Got it.
I saw that.
Being a part of the Disney Channel family has really impacted me because I get to be inspired by the people that have been inspiring me for years.
It was so much fun making this movie.
The whole experience is really amazing. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better experience.
That's
it. That's all you got. Yeah. Get your tickets now.
3, 2, 1, action.
It's got to be.
Will you marry me? Will you be my queen?
Yes!
No!
I am so excited to be back. I missed my whole Descendants family so much on number 2, and I get to come back with such an exciting role. Sweet dreams. Yeah, Audrey turns bad. It's about to get a little ugly. Audrey has changed quite a lot in this film. She had the rug pulled from under her feet when Ben professed his love for Mal. Audrey's been hurt too. Maleficent Scepter sort of beckons her, latches onto her, and she becomes this evil sorceress. She is not holding back. She's casting spells on Oridon and doesn't want anyone to get in her way.
Sleeping is too good for Oridon.
Audrey is in town, and she's mad.
She wants to cause damage.
I was hoping you were home.
We're at the recording studio. I just recorded Queen of Mean.
The Queen of Mean.
The lyrics are just as much of a storyline as the dialogue throughout the film.
Now I feel this overwhelming pain. I mean, it's in my veins. I mean, it's in my brain. My thoughts are running in a circle like a toy train. I'm kind of like a perfect picture with a broken frame. I know exactly who to blame.
Queen of Mean really encapsulates Audrey's journey. It's been this sort of like pent-up anger that she's been feeling, and this is finally the moment where she talks about it, and she talks about how hurt she is and how lonely she is and how much it sort of affected her life. She thought she was gonna be queen with Ben by her side. So this song is about how that got taken from her and how she's sort of out for vengeance. If Mal's gonna have that crown, she'd rather no one has it. She'd rather break it.
That is hard to do all the way through. Oh my God.
No, unbelievable. Congratulations. Unbelievable.
The Queen of Mean. This is my evil look, and I'm obsessed.
It's such a powerful look.
How do you like me now, Benny Boo? I'm kind of like a little bit edgier the whole way through. My favorite would definitely be the villain, like the full villain look with the feathers and the darkness and the hair that changes. It's cool to see as her evil progresses within her, it's shown sort of outwardly. It's been really fun getting to play with the different levels of darkness and delivering it. It's a little bit surreal. It's all sort of coming together, and the next time I see it is gonna be on the screen. It's just changed our lives, like in the best way possible. The magic of Disney is here and present in these films.
3, 2, 1, action.
It's got to be.
So every movie, I think our costume designer steps up her game a little bit more. D3, no different. I don't know how you get cooler than this.
Sleekness has been amped up a little bit in this movie, and like everything feels a little bit more couture. It's glamour, but it's also so fun.
I love the versatility that everybody has. Everybody's just so colorful and happy. It's a really vibrant vibe.
It evolves with each character, you know? There's an evolution as the story moves.
This is our motor punk outfit. We have these crazy boots, these leathers, gloves, some rings just to top it off.
But we also have these amazing extra long gloves that almost act as sleeves. This outfit is very much the epitome of who Evie is. She's glamorous, she's fabulous, she's chic, but yet she's still very edgy and sophisticated.
I feel like this is a great mix of old Jay and new Jay. It fits really nicely. It's my favorite outfit I've worn out of all the Descendants looks, I think.
Everyone, I think, in their own way, rocks their wardrobe, and it's so perfect for our personalities as well as our characters' personalities.
Boom.
In D2, I had my main pirate look with the pirate hat and everything. And then obviously I have this look, the D3 main costume. You can tell that she's been in water for a really, really long time, so everything just looks like it's glistening.
My look has definitely evolved. I got the yellow gloves and the crest on the back and the crest on the chest and stuff, but it's definitely becoming more of Gil's flair, I think, as he finds himself.
This is Harry's new look. It's more belty and buckly. Got some tartan in there. And I also have a hook, so that's kind of like trumps everyone else.
Biker, Matrix, Elvis, David Bowie, with a little god of the underworld thrown in.
The Hades costume is unreal. He's like this epic rock and roll star. His hair is amazing. He's also just like so gorgeous and just looks phenomenal.
How do I look? Dr. Facilier's daughter, Celia, has a great outfit. She has all these really cool accessories and her hair is really great. And I would really like to wear her outfit for just one day.
I love how she's herself, but also has a little bit of her dad's touch to it. She loves skulls and bones, and that's her thing.
Hey guys, we're about to go to the transformation into the beast. The process going from man to beast was a lengthy one. 5 or 6 hours in the makeup chair. Because we were there for so long, I kind of drifted to sleep for about an hour. So when I woke up, it was like seeing a different person. That was a lot of fun.
Wow, that is magnificent.
I always kind of have a grasp on the character, but it isn't until you put the shoes on and the hair and have everything where it just becomes a part of you.
It's been so mind-blowing and astounding to see that people are so good at their job and they have that spark of madness and creativity. It's genius level detail. It feels like you could just reach your hand through the TV and touch it.
3, 2, 1, action.
It's got to be